So far we had studied about distance displacement, speed, velocity and acceleration. I just told you what they actually mean. In today's module, we will study them all together and we'll try to relate them now. So here I have considered linear motion. In linear motion, you know that speed equals velocity as distance equals displacement. Now next I have considered two cases of velocity where velocity equals 0. What does this mean? This means object is not moving. When object is not moving with time, there will be no distance covered. Object is at the same place. And when velocity equals 0, acceleration is also 0. It makes sense. So this is the simplest case when object is not moving, for which distance, velocity and acceleration all are equal to 0. Next, move to the case where object is moving. You can see velocity is not equal to 0. Here it was equal to 0. So if velocity is not equal to 0, this means object is moving. When object will move, there will be some distance covered. So therefore distance is not equal to 0. So when this velocity is not equal to 0, if object has some velocity, so further we can have two cases for it, and two cases are object, maybe it's moving with the same velocity. Uniform means same. Maybe that object is maintaining its speed. Let's say it has started its motion with the speed of, let's say, 2 meters per second. In next second it is 2 meters per second. In next second it is again 2 meters per second. So every time if object maintains its speed, then we will call it uniform motion, because there is equal distance traveled in equal intervals of time. So this is the case of uniform velocity. Velocity is same every time. Now, non-uniform velocity. Non-uniform means unequal. So velocity is not equal every second. Means distance covered is unequal in equal intervals of time. Uniform velocity means there is no change in the velocity in every second, and here there is change in the velocity. So when velocity is uniform, there will be some distance covered because object is moving, but acceleration will be 0. Why acceleration is 0? Because the acceleration is simply the change in velocity per unit time, and uniform velocity means same velocity every time. And non-uniform velocity means change in velocity. Non-uniform means change. So there will be acceleration for non-uniform velocity. So this is the difference. Now when the object is accelerating, when the car is accelerating, then again we can have two cases. So again we can have uniform acceleration, we can have non-uniform acceleration. Uniform acceleration means car is accelerating at the same rate. Car is accelerating at the same rate means, like if car has started with the speed of 2 meters per second, in next second car speed will become 4 meters per second. In next second it's 6 meters per second. Can you see the change in the velocity? It was 2, then it became 4, then 6, then 8, then 10. Speed has changed from 2 to 10 meters per second. So there is change in the velocity. And what did I say? That uniform acceleration means if it accelerates at the same rate. Can you see 2, 4, 6, 8? So every time there is a jump of 2 meter per second. So in every second. So that's why we call it uniform acceleration. Because it's accelerating every time, it's accelerating with the speed of 2 meter per second. And now if that jump in the acceleration, if the jump in the velocity, in the speed of an object is not same in every second, then we call it non-uniform acceleration. Like if in the first second it accelerates, let's say with 2 meter per second, then in next second it accelerates with 1 meter per second, in third let's call 6 meter per second, then maybe 7, then maybe 10 meter per second. So this is the unequal change. So we call it non-uniform acceleration. So acceleration means v is not same, and uniform acceleration means that change in v is same. Non-uniform acceleration for acceleration v won't be same, and non-uniform change in v will also be not same. So this is what you have to understand to analyze the data. So next we'll try to analyze the data in school.